everybody. Today Ben will be playing a game of Detective City of Angel. This game is at the base a one versus all, where one is controlling the uh, board, the crime, the suspect, and everything, while the other player are trying to solve that crime. So this is the map, and as a solo, I will be playing differently. I will have this board saying all I have 4 action per turn and all 4 action that I can do. So first action I can do is moving. By moving, like you can see, the map is divided into 5 neighborhood, regions, section, whatever you want to call it, divided by the line here. So I will have my miniature here representing me. I will be, let's say, for example, on location 80. With one move, I can go anywhere within the same region. So 76, 98, 100, 93, no problem. If I want to go, for example, on location 10 over here, I need to stop at the location bordering the two sections, so either 16 or 23. Then, as a second action, go to the location that I need or want to go. Then I can do a question. So by questioning, I will have this little pad here, little grid. See me who I can question and about what. All information about the case are will be represented by card on top of the map, number A through G and L, and sometimes a special card. So if I want to ask a one suspect, I choose which suspect I want to, and about which card I want to, it will give me a number. So for example, 475. And with that, I will go on my sleuth book. This is the book containing all the answer to everywhere. I will find the phrase, not the page, but the phrase that the number I have. And I will have information about what he or she giving me. With that, I can decide to push it. If I push, I will say I don't trust you. I need to more information. I will push it. I have three results that this happen. One, I can gain new information, so a card on top will be revealed. Two, I will have information on the map, so new location to go see what can I do. Or three, I can gain stress. By gaining stress, I will have those three little side people here. I will be flipping it to the other side with the lightning bolt. If I have three, I will have this little marker here called the final guess. The final guess is at spot 0. I have 12 turn to solve that murder, the crime. If I have 3 stress, the final guess will go up 1 turn. So on turn 1, then 2, then 3. When the marker reach the location, the number with the final guess, or whenever I'm ready, I need to solve the crime. To solve the crime, I need three information: the suspect, the weapon, and the motive. Everything is on the side, on the back of the book. After that, I need to add the number representing which suspect, which weapon, which will be a card on top, and for which reason that I think he or she did it. Next section, I can search the location. All locations are represented by a number from 1 to 100. If I want to go see a specific location, I need to again find the specific number and find its page in the book, reading what I have. Of course, if I have a suspect, let's say at 91, and I want to search the location, or I have information on 91, and I search it, I will have some info about this where I am. The the scenario that I'm playing. If I'm in 74 at the other side of the map and I'm searching, I will have information of what I will find around, but nothing important to the case. And again, I can search the suspect. Last action, the suspect, again, I will have 4 suspects that I can search, will have all, again, number that I need to find. For me, for playing, it is not in the game, but yeah, other thing. When I ask question the suspect, I will be gaining uh, leverage representing this at. So later on, if I want to ask another question, I can spend that leverage and go directly to the pushing answer of the question. For me, the on the map, I will be placing the some red cap, meaning location needed on the case that I need to go, that will either help me or just really slow me down. When I will be done, I will be replacing by either a green cap or a location of a character if a character suspect is there, representing that I been there and I have all the information gathered. So today's case is Bloody Christmas. I will be setting it up and be ready to play. Okay, I'm seated. All the information are starting face down, and the case start with a debriefing. So Bloody Christmas, which is a veteran case, should be medium difficulty. Case ID DCOA04, Detective Briefing. Never in my 20 years of policing I've ever witnessed anything like this. In the middle of the night, around 2:30 a.m., the one and only Damien Christmas, better known as the Shrink to the Star, walked into the Glendale station, his hand and clothes covered in blood. Flip card B and place Christmas standee at 36. So, first piece of information, card B is Damien Christmas. He's Shrink to the Star, charismatic, elegant, and smug. Incredibly unlikable, act as if everyone around him is simply a pawn to his own private game. And okay, say all character important people have a standee. So that's his. He is at 36. The guy was just dripping with the stuff. He said forward to the night desk surgeon. There's been a murder. And then he clamped his pristine pearly white shut. Flip case card A. So other piece of information, card A. Information. A murder has been committed somewhere. Has hasn't uttered a sound since. He's sitting in the holding tank looking like the smuggiest prick you've ever laid your eyes on. What would I give to wipe that grin off his face with a nice slab of payment? Thing is, his record as squeaky clean as a nunnery. Not so much as a parking ticket to his name. A model citizen. He had a small notebook in his pocket with 3 names on it. Flip case card C. Card C. So a notebook with 3 names. Vicky Crimson, John Maxwell, Carter Collin. His office is located at Normandy and Beverly, 31. First piece of information, 31. And the rich SOB actually owns two houses. One by the Annandale Golf Club, 60, 60, and one by the Santa Monica Golf Club, 7. 7. That's how we know, which is a damn lot of nothing. Get in that integration room and get me some answer right now. So, solving the case. Once you identify the victim, you must then identify the guilty suspect, the murder weapon, and the suspect. And there's a special rule for this case. Special rule. I Special rule. You cannot use your solve token until the victim has been identified. So I need to find the victim before trying to solve the crime. Damien Christmas is so calm under pressure that you cannot gain leverage on him. If you correctly challenge him, the chisel will show you the most useful response, but you will not receive leverage on Christmas. So whatever I do, I cannot gain leverage on Christmas. So when I gain information, I will be writing it down on my piece of paper here. So the only thing left for me is to place my standee. I need to start at a police station. The police station are the blue number dotted everywhere. So I think the best thing for me to do is start has at his location on the police station. And as my first action, I will question Mr. Christmas about one of the information that I have. So about the murder. What did he say about the murder somewhere? So if I do that, Damien Christmas, about card A, which is 233. I don't want to talk about it. Really, I just can't. Okay, he's not telling me anything. So I will decide to push it. Go on 655. Detective, until you have more information, I can talk about it. Do your job and then come and speak with me. He smiled slightly when he said this. Gain one stress. Okay, so first stress, no information gather. Uh, so need more info. So second action, I will ask about himself, which is card B. So I go on 91. They call me the shrink to the star, but I treat regular folks as well, like Catholic priest and prison warden. He winks at you. Okay, so I have more information. He's a shrink. He's a shrink. To regular people like police warden and priest. Interesting, interesting. So I will ask as my third action about the tree name on this piece of paper, card C, which is 416. So they are my favorite patient. John regularly drink at McCready Pub, 43. Vicky is always living wild at the Riviera Club, 76. And Carter loves the dim sum in Chinatown, 52. Is that enough information to go on, detective? So 43. 43. Vicky is always living wild at the Riviera Club, 76. 76. And Carter loves the dim sum in Chinatown, 52. 52. Is that enough information to go on, detective? Uh, Cannot gain. I will decide to push it. So 1035. Christmas spread his hand in mock apology when you challenge him. So I fibble a little, although not about them being my favorite patients. John is a priest. Carter works in the prison system. And Vicky is an actress. I'm sure that's enough for you to go on, detective. You correctly challenge Christmas, but do not gain leverage over him. Okay, that's three name, three patient. Favorite patient. And for my last action, I think I will start by gathering information on the three first location I have. So I will be moving on 31. So that's the end of my first turn. 11 turn left. So I'm at 31. I will be searching the location. I go on this side. 31. I go on 1058. You toss Damien's office, looking for any shred of evidence that might point you to the right direction. All you come up with a magazine on his desk with a handwritten note tucked inside. Look at H. Oh yeah. So look at H. I have one piece of information. A note. Lincoln Carviago become the newest chief psychologist, LA General 54. Put an at on 54. Norley edge out Deming Christmas and Albert Robstein for the highly positioned. Lincoln 5 an article for the American Journal of Psychiatry, a handwritten note tucked in with the article read Lincoln an address on 91. Okay, so two more information on H. Uh, Note with two address. Okay, so now I've been to 31. I'm replacing it with the green hat. Like I said, this is not part of the game. It's just for me to remember where I've been and what can I found. So I will start looking again. I will move. So move 1 to 8, move 2 to 7, then search location 7. Location 7, I go on 264. It's terrifying how clean Damien's house is, which makes the strange statue laying in the middle of the kitchen floor stick out like a sore thumb. Look at G. J. Formation. J. The burst of Saint Christina the Astonishing. Burst of a praying woman, heavy yet small enough to be carried. A inscription is carved into the base. Saint Christina the Astonishing. So a statue. I have a statue on J. Okay, so I've been there. Reset my 4 cent. Turn 10. Okay. I need so by so I'm close to here. So I'm gonna move 1 to 16, move 2 to 76. Then I'm gonna search the location 76 and 6. I go on 841. Your old pal D is less than happy to see you walking up to the club. Damn you pigs to hell, what is it this time? When he hears you're looking for Vicky, he's actually relieved. Nah, she ain't here, but isn't she in all of them Fox Studio 11 picture? Okay, so Vicky is at 11. Sad I was just here. will be uh, I'm at 76. I'm close to that. Yeah, I'm gonna move to 91. So turn 9. Reset my action. I'm gonna search 91. See what I can find on 91. I go on 100. The door to Carviaggio house is open. As soon as you step inside, you see his body, the face a messy pulp of flesh and bone. Laying next to him in the foyer is a truncheon covered in blood. Place the crime scene marker at 91. I have my crime scene, which is 91. Okay, okay. Look at mystery card 1 and K. Replace case card A with mystery card 1. So, first mystery card. It's the murder. The body was found laying just inside his front door. His skull was been caved in, with his face is a bloody and barely recognizable mess. Okay, there and okay, okay. Torsion, the kind of weapon an officer or guard will carry. The end is coated in dried blood. The word Terminal Island 88 are stenciled on the side in faded white pristine. Okay, and 88. Replace case card A with mystery card 1. So I know the murder is there. Okay, okay. Well, since I'm next to it, I will be moving to 88 and searching the location. So, searching 88, I go on to 920. The prison guard led you into Carter Collins' office. His feet are up on his desk and he's looking at a girly magazine. So what can I do for Ellie Finest this crisp sunny days? Look at G and place Colin Standy at 88. So, card G. Colin Carter, nervous and seemed to lack confidence, not the demeanor expected of a prison warden. So how did he get the job? And I replace my marker with his standee at 88. Carter Colin is suspect number 3. You may ask him one free question. So, suspect 3. I have one free question. I'm gonna ask him about the police baton that we found. So he is suspect number 3. I ask about letter K, which is 767. Of course, I know what a Troshan is, you dunce. I run a prison for crying out loud. So what if it's one of ours? You know how many of those batons we have? I don't keep track of all of them. Yeah, but there's blood on it, so I'm gonna push it to 127. That just seemed too convenient of an answer, and you challenge Collins on it. He quickly changed his tune. I didn't think anyone was home. I was trying to crack his safe when Caravaggio surprised me. I hit him with that and ran. He was alive when I left, I swear. King 1 leverage over Colin. Okay, so I have a leverage, and he hit him with that. It the okay. Uh, I'm gonna ask him about the disease. So it's no longer card A, but mystery card 1. So 1103. And I'm gonna push it because you did lie to me. When you find the guy who did that, send him my way. I'll give him a good dose of prison justice. Yeah, but I did push it. So 894. Collins begin to sweat when you press him further. He's dead? Oh hell, I didn't think I hit him that hard. I wasn't trying to hurt him. I swear it. He refused to say anything else. Gain 1 leverage over Colin. Regain leverage. Okay, so I reset my action. Go down on 1 turn. Okay. Did he hit him? He say he was alive. I have other place to go to search. And the statue was from a saint lady of Saint Christina. So I need to go to a church, even though I don't have a church on one of my map. And is a shrink to regular people like uh, priest and prison warden. We have the jail warden. The movie star, I think she's in Fox Studio, so that's fixed. I need to find the other guy. I have a church here on McCarthy, and I have a cathedral of Saint Vibiana. I think, yeah. So move one to search uh, for the three. I don't think I will have info. So I will move one, move two to the church, and I will search this church, which is 55, 793. A stern man made entirely of harsh angle stepped out of the confessional booth. Come to confess your sin, detective? I'm sure you have many, many sins to confess. Look at E and place Maxwell Sandy at 55. So, card E. Father John Maxwell, the priest, rigid and stuffy, yet quite at ease in declaring the black and white will of the Lord to any who will listen. Okay. And and places Standy at 55. Father John Maxwell is suspect number 2. You may ask him one free question. John. So I'm gonna ask about the victim. So he's suspect number 2. Victim is now secret number 1. 678. Poor man. May the Lord have mercy on his soul. Are you hiding something for me? Yeah, I'm gonna push it. I'm gonna risk it. 201. You know the priest is hiding something and you needle him for more information. I tried to convince Caravaggio to repent of his blasphemous ways, but he wouldn't listen to me. God is pleased that his filth no longer stained the earth. King 1 leverage over Maxwell. Okay, okay, 1 leverage. So he's happy he's dead. Okay. Not really happy, but it seems that he think he think that God is pleased. Okay, I'm gonna ask another question about Damien Christmas. So suspect number 2 about card B, which is 5. Dr. Christmas showed me that I wasn't crazy, that the voice I hear really are from God. He's all righteous man doing the Lord's work. Okay, help me help him. Oh, he here. Okay, him about hearing God voice. Okay, turn 7. Um. Okay, so I'm gonna ask him about the statue, which is G. So suspect number 2, 83. What are you doing with that? It was a gift to Dr. Christmas. Saint Christina the Astonishing is the patron saint of psychologists and watch over good men like him. And I'm gonna use my leverage to push it further. Okay, I did push him, so I go to 662. Maxwell is hiding something and you can tell. You make a snide comment about Saint Christina and he snap. Righteous fire filling his eye. Caravaggio refused to repent and Saint Christina found him unworthy. After that outburst, he refused to say anything else. King 1 leverage over Maxwell. King leverage. Okay, so he's hearing voice about the Lord and okay, okay. So I still have 3 cards left. Okay, I'm gonna move and search the LA General. So 54, which go on 44. The orderly you speak with appear to be stoned. Yeah, I know Caravaggio is still drug from the pharmacy for that famous movie lady. What's her name? Becky Sampson or Lindy Manson or something like that. She does more drug than me if you can believe it. Look at F. So F, Vicky Crimson is a drug addict. Okay. Okay, okay. So I have more information and I've been there. I will move and search the last location 60. So 60. Go on 3, 6, 4. 364. The place is spotless, eerily so. However, a newspaper crumbled up in the trash can manage to catch your eyes. Look at D. So D. Vicky Crimson out on town with new beau. Hollywood Scarlet Vicky Crimson is out in town celebrating her new contract with Fox Studio, and who's that tall drink of water on her arm is none other than Lincoln Carvio, LA General News psychiatrist. So Vicky was in a relationship with Carvio, according to this newspaper. Okay, Vicky with the victim. Okay, so I don't think those two will matter because I have found them. And like I say, I think the girl is at Fox Studio. So turn 6. So I think I will go see Mr. Christmas. So move, move. And I'm gonna start asking questions. So first question will be about the victim 215. Oh, it's all coming back. Vicky came to me and said that Lincoln was dead. I went to his house and found his body there. Oh, the horror. Truly don't know who killed him. Okay. That's not. I'm not gonna push it since I'm not gonna gain anything else. So I'm gonna ask a question about the priest. So card E. So 6-9. He's such a good man. John cares so much about the people of this city. Okay, I'm gonna risk it. I'm gonna push it. I need, yeah, but he he think he hear God. So 922. Perhaps good man is stretching the truth a little, but I am proud of how far John has come as my patient. He talk about killing blasphemers so much less now. You correctly challenge Christmas, but you do not gain leverage over him. Okay. 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 I think do I have so I have a police baton full of blood that the prison warden hit the victim with, but he said he didn't kill him. I have the priest who think he's hearing God telling him what to do, that he's happy, he think that God is happy that he's dead, and he just said that he heard he was killing blasphemers, and he called the victim a blasphemous. Uh, okay. I think I will solve. Do I solve for? I know one of them is Vicky, and the other I have no idea. No, okay. I'm gonna ask more question. So I'm gonna ask question about the statue G. So 11. So are you taking things from my house now, detective? Yes, I have a fondness of statuary. Please be gentle with it. Yes, but 899. I'm gonna push it. You know there's more to the statue. Christmas reluctantly tells you more when you question him further. That's a statue of Saint Christina the Astonishing, the patron saint of psychologists. It was a thoughtful gift from one of my patients, Father John, the priest at Saint Vibiana Cathedral 55. You correctly challenge Christmas, but you do not gain leverage over him. Okay, so it was a gift. Okay, as my second question, I'm gonna ask about Vicky and her new boyfriend, letter D. So 288.
Lincoln and Vicky make such a cute couple, don't you think?
Yes, yes, but I think you have something you didn't like it. So I'm gonna risk it. 1094.
Christmas seemed unconcerned that you caught him hiding information. Vicky was a patient of mine until her medication problem got out of hand. I referred her to Lincoln as she needed special attention. Whoopsie daisy. Look at me breaking document doctor patient privilege. Look at F. You correctly challenge Christmas, but you do not gain leverage over
I
him.
already know about that. So he refer to the victim. I'm gonna ask another question about the newspaper of new chief psychologist, letter H. So 1009.
LA General is fortunate to have Dr. Carpiaggio. It would be such a shame if anything happened to him.
109. But he's dead. And it said on the newspaper that he beat you. So I'm gonna push it. 878.
You push him and Christmas' face suddenly become a mask of rage. Lincoln never deserved that position. I'm the one it should have gone to. Me. He quickly regained his composure. I apologize, detective. What an unseemly outburst. You correctly challenge Christmas, but you do not gain leverage over him.
Okay, he's angry that he didn't get the job. Didn't get the job. And I'm gonna ask my last question about the Colin, the prison warden. So he's G, so 119.
Can you imagine the kind of pressure one faces running a prison? It's enough to make any man snap.
But did you tell him something? Why? I'm gonna risk it. I'm gonna push it. 283.
Christmas smile when you catch him holding back. It's as if it is a game to him. I wave my fee with Carter. No patient should be refused treatment because of money. Not everyone is as rich as Lincoln Carpietro after all. Look at I. You correctly challenge Christmas, but you do not gain leverage over him.
So, letter I. Carter Cullen is in a serious debt. Okay. Cullen is in debt. So, tack, turn 5. I think I will try to solve it. I think since the warden say he hit him, but he didn't think he killed him, and the priest he hear voice to say that to kill blasphemous. So I think the priest did it. So I'm gonna do with suspect number 2, the priest. So 284. I think he's did it with the statue. Letter G. So 190. And either mental stability or religious. Mental instability. 125. 599.
The captain invites you into his office. Congratulations, detective. You've done it. You solved the case and brought Lincoln killer to justice. You have successfully solved Bloody Christmas. Turn to page 17 in the Chisel casebook to read the
Oh
epilogue.
yeah! Ooh, nice.
So I sent the epilogue. Damien Christmas was the shrink to the star, the talk of the town, and the caliber of his clientele was on the rise. The only feather left to place in his cap was the highly esteemed position of chief psychologist at LA General. When Lincoln Carviago was awarded the position instead, Damien was blinded. Carviago would have to be dealt with, but Damien wasn't interested in getting his hand dirty. He had a promising career after all, and besides, where would the fun would be in just killing someone? No, no. Someone was far more clever than that. Perhaps he could drive one of his mentally unstable patients over the edge, getting them to do the deed for him. Was what a particular little game that would be. Uh, First was Vicky Crimson, one of the highest profile client and a raging drug addict. Damien had been happily feeding her a bit, but decided to stop writing her prescription. When she became desperate, he casually suggests that Dr. Lincoln Carviajo, the new chief psychologist at LA General, had access to much stronger drugs and would she like a referral. Lincoln was dashing in his own way, and when you mix sex and drug together, there's no telling what will happen. Carter Cullen was deep in debt after some poor real estate deal, and he needed money fast. During one of their sessions, Damien casually mentioned that Dr. Carviajo was independently wealthy. Once, when I was at his house, I caught a glimpse of the personal safe in his office. You wouldn't believe the size of it. Carter's eye lit up, and Damien knew that the seed had been planted. Lastly was Father John Maxwell, a high-functioning paranoid schizophrenic. He had delusion that God was speaking to him and telling him to kill all those blasphemers. Damien would casually mention how Dr. Carviajo demeaned the name of God and how eager he was to bring his atheists to the hospital system in his new role of chief psychologist. This tended to enrage Father John. It was surprisingly simple to set all four of them in a collision course. I hear that you and Lincoln are officially a couple now, Vicky. Oh, you're spending all weekend with him? How fabulous. Carter, I must reschedule our session as I will be attending a conference with Dr. Cavio. Yes, that's correct. The one with the safe. We'll both be out of town this weekend. Father John, I was speaking with my friend Lincoln, and while he said the most awful thing about God, he indicated he'd like to speak with the priest personally. Yes, I'm sure you can find his address in the phone book easily. The night that Lincoln Carviago was murdered, Vicky Crimson was at his house in the bedroom, eye out of her mind from the cocaine. Lincoln was with her getting ready to shoot up when he heard a crash in his studio study. He ran there to find Carter Cullen attempting to break into his safe. Carter, surprised at being discovered, lashed out at him with his truncheon, striking Lincoln on the head and drawing blood. Horrified at what he'd done, Carter fled the house, leaving the truncheon behind. He ran headfirst into Father John Maxwell, carrying a marble bust of the patron saint of psychologists, Saint Christina the Astonishing. The two stare at one another for a moment before Carter pushed past Father John and ran into the night. Lincoln was not far behind, half naked and holding his bleeding head in his hand. Running into Father John, he shouted, "Did you hear that man who ran by you, goddamning thief?" Father John had only intended to reason with Lincoln to convince him of his blasphemous way, but when he heard the epithet he snapped. "Dead to those who dishonor the Lord!" he shouted as he brought the bust of Saint Christina down on top of Lincoln's head. His skull crumbled and he stumbled back through the open door, collapsing in the foyer, a stone-cold corpse when he hit the ground. Father John, filled with righteous fervor, wiped the statue down and immediately went to Damien Christmas. "Dr. Christmas, Saint Christina is watching over you," the feverish priest said when Damien answered the door. "You have nothing to fear now. She is looking out for you as I am." Damien thanked him, and marveling again at how truly insane the priest was, and set the statue on his kitchen table. The next morning, coming out of the stupor, Vicky discovered Lincoln's bodies and panic. Rather than go to the police, she went to Damien, who calmed her down and told her not to worry. "I'll take care of everything, Vicky." Then he went to Lincoln's house to see the proof of his dead rival, getting Lincoln's blood all over him in the process. Who had killed him? What is Carter during a robbery go bad? Did Vicky kill him in a coked out haze? Or did Father John finally listen to what God was telling him to do? Damien honestly didn't know. He turned himself in at the police station almost on a whim. What would be more fun than showing up covered in blood and still manage to get away with it? Besides, it would be entertaining to see if the detective would actually solve the case. Postscript: Damien Christmas strode out of the station front door, his clothes still covered in blood, but his freedom assured. As hard as you tried to, you couldn't pin the crime to him, although you know he was ultimately responsible. Reaching the bottom of the stair, he turned around and gave Hugh that oh so smug grin of his. "Better luck next time, detective. I'm sure we'll be seeing more of each other." And then he walked down the street whistling.
I solved the case!
This
It was the suspect, Father Maxwell, with the burst of Krishna, religious anger or mental instability. That was Bloody Christmas. I do hope you like it. If you do, please put a like on this video and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. It will help me a lot. See you next time. Bye bye.